If I was the kind of guy that did editing, I would edit this out, but I don't. Okay. I don't think there'll be any need to put glasses on here. This is Matthew. This is Matt TV on my own personal page, and I really have not been in front of this camera, on camera, since the end of October. And there's been a rekindling, there's been a resurgence, there's been this new energy, just basically since arriving here in Nova Scotia. We are well, and I'll talk about how we have all adjusted a little bit later in the program. I do have a time constraint that I would like to stay in, but because it's been such a long time since I've done this, converse back and forth, it may go longer. But that's the beauty of the internet. That's the beauty of going live. If you're in here live right now on your Saturday night, just after 8 o'clock here in Halifax. If you're going to hang out for a bit, I appreciate it. If you're just scrolling through Facebook, hello. And maybe you're watching this at a later date at your own convenience with a coffee. Yes. So hang out for a bit. Definitely feel free to leave comments. This is streaming live on StreamYard, which is showing up on my Facebook page. So anyone who's ever seen me in front of this camera knows basically how this is going to play out. I have made some notes. They're sitting right in front of me. So I'm going to go through the next few moments and just basically recap some of the things that have happened in my life that are going on right now. And I'm going to try and make it relatable to you. That's really the crux. That's the core of Matt TV. And someone asked me about, I'll talk about that in a bit. So I just, pardon me, I'm doing the show on the iPad. So I just want to check my phone just for a second to make sure everything is okay. So pardon me for staring. You're looking at the top of my head when I look down. I just want to see what's happening on my own Facebook page. Okay, there I am. Okay. I'm just, there's no comments coming up, and that's okay. I'm going to continue on. I just know that it's live on my own Facebook page, so that's all I was doing. So let's slow down, and everyone just take a deep breath. We're going to hang out here I'm going to be here as long as the notes allow me to, but you can come and go as you please. Come and go as you please. So, little OJ. So this is the 15th day of January. We are 10 days away from my birthday. Leave comments if anyone knows how old I will be in 10 days. Put it in the comment section. Try and get some back and forth going here because, like I said from the get-go, I haven't sat in front of camera in a long time, as you can tell. I don't think I've actually had my hair cut. Aside from me doing it with my own shavers, I need to find a local barber. There's a lot of people that I need to suss out in Halifax, and we need to find a good mechanic for our vehicle. We're just waiting for our Nova Scotian healthcare to kick in. We have to basically let our BC Medicare expire before the Nova Scotia kicks in. So, but that's not even part of what I was going to say. So I'm going to be way over the time constraint that I was going to try and do the show in. But thanks for hanging out live. This is Matthew. This is Matt TV, and it is Matt TV is a Facebook page, but it's me. It's just me. Okay, let's talk about the weather. Let's start with the current forecast. We could get into great detail, but I think we can all summarize by saying we are in the coldest time of this winter season. Currently here in North End Halifax. Clear skies, a beautiful almost full moon. It'll be a full moon in 2 days, I believe. Clear skies. We had a whopper of a storm come in here yesterday. Currently minus 25, so it's minus 25 Celsius in North End Halifax. I think it's probably closer to minus 31. Might be closer to minus 31 in Woodstock. If you're in the Woodstock area, leave a comment. And I'm just going to check. There's a couple of things I want to check because I'm going to talk about a couple of different sporting events that are happening right now. This is a huge weekend for the NFL. And the tennis world is also making the news for all the wrong reasons. It's just after 10 o'clock Sunday morning in Australia, and I'll tell you why that time is relevant in just a few moments. Just let me see. Okay, good. Everything is okay. I don't want to do that. Okay, sorry. I'm just reading some things here. I do my shows on StreamYard, so I'm just reading some of the content on the side. So, just wondering what is the current temperature in your neck of the woods, and I go all the way out west where I used to reside. Currently in Vancouver, it's about +7, so 7 degrees above the mercury. But in the last 3 weeks, in the last month, I have seen more extreme weather than I have seen in my entire life. Just a couple of quick stories, and I've documented all this stuff. I don't necessarily get in front of the camera a lot, but I do turn my camera on a lot. I'm just not in front of it. I like to be behind the camera and just narrate what I'm seeing. And I've done that many mornings going to work, but I've stood out on my deck. I've looked out my window countless mornings, evenings, and just documented the severe weather that has rolled through Nova Scotia. A few weeks ago, before Christmas, within the span of 1 week, we had a severe thunder and lightning storm. In the middle of that, we had our first winter storm, and then a few days later, we had another thunder and lightning storm. So, and the change in temperature, I'm seeing a change in temperature sometimes 30 degrees, 25, 30 degrees, where you'll have minus 25. Like for instance, right now with the wind chill, it feels like minus 25. In a couple of days, it's going to be +5 with rain. That's a swing in 30 degrees. Never in my lifetime have I seen the extreme weather that I am seeing right now, and you have to be seeing it as well, unless you're living under a rock. So I'm just curious, what have you seen in the last few months where perhaps your thinking is, yeah, the weather is getting a little gnarly, moving along, 8.5 minutes in, good stuff. This year, every time I do a show from here on in, I will be doing it in front of this brand new Nova Scotian flag. It's just a massive flag. I think it's just a little bit smaller, but I think it's got some creases, like it still has to stretch out a little bit. I think this is a 3 foot by 6 foot Nova Scotian flag, and it was given to me by Mark Peachy, who is one of the chief engineers and looks after road maintenance here all across Nova Scotia. And from what I've seen so far, I give them an A+. Snow removal on the major roads here in Nova Scotia is great. But quick story about the flag. This was before Christmas. I'm doing security. I'm at my desk. I look out the door and I immediately recognize Mark Peachy. So I go outside. We have this quick conversation. Find out that he is working across the street from where I am. He's been in Nova Scotia for 22, 23, maybe 25 years, living in Lower Sackville. So the next day, he shows up again with an envelope with this flag in the back. So Mark Peachy, very much appreciated. This was his welcome to Nova Scotia gift to me, so very much appreciated. The Canadian flag, we've seen that for many, many years because it's been around for many, many years. It's currently in the bedroom with 1,300 amazing names on that TV Canadian Unity flag. The last 30 plus names were individuals that I now work with at one government place in the city, including the premier the premier of Nova Scotia, Tim Houston. He's on there as well. So it's just been this amazing, 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 and that's just what I want to get into talk about. I'm not going to go into the lengthy details of how I got this job at one government place, but it just landed in my lap. It was just one of those things where I was working with someone. I was working with Sledgehammer Spike. I'll give a shout out to Sledgehammer Spike because if I hadn't been working with Sledge, maybe none of this would have happened. But I'm working with Sledge, and we get talking about different jobs, and he knows someone who works for the commissionaires, and I meet him, and it's Timmy's Coffee and resumes, and a few weeks later, I'm doing Detail 85, which is the spares list for the commissionaires, and so that's what I do for like a month and a half. I go to all these different sites, and I must say, one of the best things, well, the best thing about being a commissionaire is the people that I work with. Most of these individuals are retired, RCMP. They've been in the Navy, Marines. It's just working with these individuals and just hearing their stories. That's the bonus. It's full-time work. I'm there Monday to Friday. Am I going to get a 1-year pin? I hope no one's watching, but am I going to get a 1-year pin? Probably not, because I needed a full-time job, and there was a situation with the person that I replaced. They had been there 4 years. It was time for them to go. So it was a matter of timing, but it was also a matter of them finding someone like me who they could trust with the duties that are required of someone who's doing security at the location that is the working home of the Premier of Nova Scotia. So far so good. It's been a really good gig, and some of the conversations, some of the people that I've met, just the Premier's personal driver, retired RCMP, 35 years. Just some of the stories. The guy that I work with, he did homicide and trafficking and undercover, just all kinds of stuff. So just an interesting job. So far so good. But what I'm really excited about is the spring, because one of the main factors of coming to Nova Scotia, Halifax specifically, it's not Hollywood North. It's a downsize, and I want to really give it. I want to give it my all in Nova Scotia when it comes to film and television. So I'm on the IATSE 849. I'm a part of that. I'm on the referral list. So get in there through the back door, doing labor, whatever. But that'll start up in the spring. But that being said, I had a really great conversation with Mike Hashey. That name may ring a bell to some of you who perhaps went to community college in Woodstock. I haven't had a conversation with Mike Hashey in many, many years. Actually, the last time we communicated, I was at West, and he was in Halifax. Now I'm in Halifax, and he's in Toronto. But that doesn't make any difference. Long story short, it just goes to the cliche that the saying, it's not what you know, it's who you know. And I think in Mike Hashey, I found someone who can hear the desire. He's going to help. And meeting tomorrow with my audio engineer that I found on Facebook through Production Nova Scotia, Mark, who's got a home studio. Going to hang out with him tomorrow, do some recording. So everything is falling into place, and maybe even taking Matt TV, me doing what I do with my phone or the iPad, maybe taking that to a more professional level. So I'm just really excited about 2022. I know people watching in New Brunswick, I know you're in a lockdown, but I hope that you can see some sort of light at the end of the tunnel. You can't make 2022 doom and gloom. You can't go into a third calendar year in that mindset. It's just not, for your own mental health, it's just not good. Where are we at? 14 and a half. Okay. I was going to try and do this in 15, but I probably spoke an extra 5 minutes off the top. But I'm going to finish what I had written down here. Film and television, here we are late January. And I was just talking about how the roads are pretty remarkable here after a snowstorm, but I really don't know what the roads are like from Halifax to Woodstock, New Brunswick. So I'm believing the next time I'll be crossing the Nova Scotia-New Brunswick border will be sometime in March. My grandfather Sterling will be 95 this year, so I'm back on the East Coast. There's absolutely no way that I'm not going to be in attendance for that. So as of right now, I can't see in the future. I don't know what next week is going to look like, but I would certainly love to be in the Woodstock area sometime in March for my grandfather's 95th birthday. So I'll definitely be jotting that on the calendar. Something else I'm thinking about is I'll probably go for maybe the 22-minute mark. Something else that I'm seriously considering, because what I'm doing right now is just therapy for me. You know this if you're in here live. I certainly appreciate the live views. If you're watching this at your own convenience, at your own leisure, wherever, with a coffee, with your favorite beverage, I appreciate that as well. But I'm thinking of doing something on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday at 6:45 in the morning. Just a 15-minute show before I head out the door to work, and just do it on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So it's just, WTF, Matt TV and WTF. So 6:45. So that's something that I'm thinking about as well. So you can tune that out. It's not many people are actually going to be up at 6:45, but again, live views are appreciated. Watching at your leisure, I love it as well. Quickly in sports, I'm just going to make and spoiler alert. I'm going to give you a live score for the football game that's happening right now. The Las Vegas Raiders are in Cincinnati playing the Bengals. It's the wild card weekend. There's two games tonight. There's a game here in 9:15, I think it is the second game, and then there's three games tomorrow. So I'm just going to. I was looking at this earlier. Pardon me. I'm looking at my phone. I want to get an up-to-date score. Right now, it's early in the fourth quarter. Early in the fourth, they're in Cincinnati. Cincinnati is up 23-16. 23-16. Cincinnati up on the Las Vegas Raiders right now. So that being said, but I picked. Here are my picks, and I haven't seen one. I can honestly say I haven't seen one football game this entire year. But these are my picks for the games that will unfold right now and tomorrow. I did pick the Raiders to win this game, so we'll see what happens. I also picked the Buffalo Bills. That's the next game coming up. So the teams that I list off are the teams that I believe will win, again, based on absolutely no expertise at all. But I'm going to go with the Raiders, the Buffalo Bills, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, San Francisco 49ers, the Kansas City Chiefs, and the Rams. Those are my picks for the football games that will unfold over the next couple of days. Playoffs, what can I say about, and that's why I mentioned a few moments ago, it's just after 10 o'clock in the morning, Sunday morning in Australia. Novak Djokovic, the number one tennis player in the world, is on his way to a federal court right now to see if he's going to be extradited back to his homeland. He just was so deceitful getting into that country. He doesn't deserve to play in this tournament at all. Does not deserve to play in the tournament. So he's not doing the sport any favor. So that's unfolding right now. One final thing. It's cold out, and unfortunately, like I mentioned earlier, we know that New Brunswick is in a 16-week lockdown that just started at midnight last night. You're not even through the first 24 hours. So no one can leave your home. So if you are just watching a lot of TV, winter binging, what are you watching? We're interested, and we've been watching on Disney Plus the stories of Boba Fett. We're trying to get into Yellowstone and Dexter. We'll get into Dexter, but the last episode of that, spoiler alert, Dexter's dead. So the first episode of the second season, I believe, he's dead. So I don't know how it's going to go on, because there's absolutely no way that he could have come back from the way that he was. Well, he was shot in the chest, so he's not coming back from that. I don't care how great a serial killer you are. Okay, coming up in 20 minutes. I'm going to squeeze it out of here at 20 minutes. This was awesome. I had so much fun. Everything that I wanted to say has been said. And a lot of people are doing some cool things on Facebook, sharing some pictures, reminiscing, going back to the past, some Throwback Thursday, Throwback Friday, whatever. It makes people feel good. So if you have something that you can share to make someone else feel good, it's just highly recommended. Yeah? Okay. That's going to do it for me. 20 minutes. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday night. we'll probably see you back here on, I don't know, WTF, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday at 6:45. Yeah. Okay. This is Matthew. This is Matt TV. Now and always from sea to sea.